Chris Trump for KaijuPop.com, where you might be able to tell from the sounds in the background that we're in peak rainy season in Japan, so I'm taking cover from that and sailing inside and playing Tales of the Adventure Company on iOS only? Maybe Android? I don't know. It's on phone. Anyway, it came out this past week, where it costs a couple of $100 or a couple of dollars. And it's one of those games where you start it. I'm going to start episode 4 because that's what I'm on at the moment. So I'm going to be horribly inept and probably die. It's one of those games where you start it and you go, oh, bit art, and oh, hey, it's a not so subtle reference to Adventure Time. And you see this 5x5 grid and you think, oh, it's one of those match 3 puzzle RPGs. But it's not. It's much more dungeon crawly than that, and that's good because I think, you know, as much as those match 3 RPGs are fun, we've seen enough of them right now. So the idea is that you touch a tile on this grid to sort of excavate it, and oh, I've uncovered a dude here. Now, if you have a look at the two things at the top left, top right of the screen here, this red dude is an enemy. He deals 1 damage to all heroes when damaged, and the other guy is a good guy, the adventurer. He looks like Spelunky Man. Adventurer will join the party if I uncover him, right? And that little grid there, it's only a 4x4 grid, but it's a hint of where people are roughly on the map. So you know, okay, down, so maybe these two in the top right? No. So maybe this one? No. This one, there you go. So it's that, and then it's going to be this down here, diagonally down and to the left. Hooray! And then he joins my party. Right now I can have 4 in my party, but you kind of open up extra slots by defeating certain numbers of enemies within each episode. Now each episode is 7 floors of this. No turns are consumed when the adventurer reveals an enemy. That's a useful thing to have. Each episode is this times 7. You want to uncover the enemies. There's a guy, and then you want to fight with the enemies. And you click on that, and it's just simple, hey, attack or leave kind of combat. Now, each guy in your party has a certain, special benefit to choosing them. So I can cycle through and make each one a leader. So this guy, the paladin, for instance, if he dies, then everybody gains 5 health. His ability, I forget. This guy gradually reduces the enemy's striking chance, so I hit him once, and after 1 turn he can't deal any damage, so that's a useful thing. So I can polish him off. And then basically the idea is that at random one of the enemies on the grid has a key, and you want to get the key in order to open the door to the next bit. Oh no! What? I thought I was the knight. I was like, why am I depleting in health here? Everybody's doing me damage. Ah, I screwed this one up royal. Okay. Alright. Attack. No! Ah, I did it again. Because his... Hey? Oh, he's dead now. This is appalling. It's appalling. It's a terrible go at it. Discount that. I thought I was handily winning after that first fight, and then I just got absolutely demolished by the next 2. It just so happened here that I was unlucky that the last enemy on the floor had the key, but yeah, so you've got to advance through 7 floors. Now occasionally you'll have characters like this priest. Priest is very useful because every time I perform a turn with the priest as the leader of the party, then I heal 1, and this guy deals 4 damage to the party leader when revealed. Oh no, I've only got 1 guy left. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, actually, I think we're screwed. I think let's quit and start again. Let's quit and start again. I wanna, I'll edit that bit out, maybe. Hello, welcome to Tales of the Event. Now the trick is that you have 7 floors to get through in an episode, but if you have a look in the top left corner, there's only 99 turns to deal with all 7 floors. Okay, so if you're lucky on a floor, then you will quite handily, defeat one enemy that you that you find. If I'm super lucky, then that guy has the key, and it's like, oh, you've got the key, you can advance. So it would only take me 2 turns to complete a floor. If you're not lucky, it will take you time to uncover every single enemy on the floor, and then fight said enemy. I'm gonna use my barbarian here because he gets health back from fighting. Not much though, I'm really getting hammered here. So yeah, that didn't take me very long. I can choose to free this archer to help out my crew, which might be a good idea. Let's see, let's just uncover a couple more tiles, see if no, there you go, 1, 2, 3, because then I've got one more person in my company at least. I can also choose to rest at the campfire. I'm very Dark Soulsy. That eats 10 turns. So it'll fully heal your squad, but at the cost of 10 turns. So that's you really don't want to do that unless you're absolutely certain that you'll be, that you'll have turns to spare. So it's kind of something that you do very late in a dungeon. Noise elemental is revealed, you lose 1 turn. Oh well, never mind. Go to him and take him out. So it's kind of a dungeon crawler meets Battleship in a way, because you're trying to figure out where they are based on contextual hints, where the enemies are based on contextual hints. So yeah, this is the second point in that diamond, I suppose. I'm going to uncover that assassin, because I never had the assassin before. But that's not going to happen, is it? 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's an enemy there. God. Must be here, here, here. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get rid of the archer, replace him now. Since it gives 5 attack against enemies with full health, that is again very useful. So I can just do everything with 1 hit. Hooray! Oh no! I'm gonna take some damage here. What? Oh, okay. One thing is, even after they're dead, enemies can strike you, which I find a little bit off-putting. But yeah, my turn count, as you can tell, is rapidly dwindling because I kind of dawdled about and thought, oh, I can take some turns to look for a guy, and that quite possibly wasn't the right thing to do. And in actual fact, on the earlier episodes, there weren't, there were more enemies. Here there are floors with only 1 enemy pattern in them. But I guess that kind of makes them all that much the harder to find initially. So that kind of makes it easier for you to flub and miss turns. No, you're gonna die if I do 1 more strength there. And it is, I don't like the randomness of it. I like the idea of this game, but I really hate the randomness of it. And I know it's a dungeon crawler, but I hate the fact that through no fault of my own, there's no skill involved in doing well or doing poorly. It is purely the luck of, oh, that particular monster happened to have the key. That grates on me a little bit. Having said that, though, I do like the general idea of it. I think it's momentarily quite deep. That sounds terrible. It's deep on a superficial level, but it kind of is, though. It's kind of, there's a lot of intrigue, I think, in looking at each the benefits of each of your classes on your crew, and going, okay, I want to take him into combat here because I can easily do him in, except that he's going to do damage to everybody, which is bad. And oh no, but you have to take stock of the benefits of each of your people, of making the priests the party leaders when you're exploring, and then making somebody else party leader when you're in combat. There's an awful lot of different classes, as we've already seen, of enemies and allies when you're in combat. But that's it. There's nothing really persistent with this game. So it's not like you're doing any character building stuff. There's no sort of stats to improve or anything like that. As I said, you can open up little things like an extra slot down here, so I might have 5 people in my party instead of 4 if you defeat a certain number of monsters, or a certain number of each monster type. One thing that's annoying is that you can find out how many on the main screen, and you're supposed to be able to touch quests here at the top. If I touch this quest scroll, it's supposed to tell me how far I am into a certain goal, but it doesn't work. There's a couple of bugs in this game. There's one more that I'll show you at the end. But yeah, I mean, all that aside, it is a really good idea that's pretty well presented. But there's nothing really here that I think will keep you invested particularly long, though. Or it's one of those that while you're playing it, it's cool, and then when you stop playing it, it's like, I wonder why I was playing that. Let's get some health up before this fight. I know already I'm destroyed. That's like a nasty thing to reveal. Dead. Victory, but I can advance one more floor. Valiantly braving on. I can get one more. Oh no. Okay. The assassin back. Switch to them. So close. If he's got the key, I'll laugh. Oh no. Oh dear. It's all over. Yeah, we've all died. Yeah, so now it shows you the progress. Like, oh, okay, you've got to find 18 more assassins, then you'll open something up. He'll appear on other episodes as well. Same with him. And if I defeat 20 of those, then I get a little bit of improvement there. But it's nothing too much that keeps you going or keeps you going back to episodes. I guess because it doesn't really push that in your face well enough. So yeah. If I sound kind of down on it, I'm not. I enjoyed like the general idea of it. But yeah, it's very, very, very sort of random driven and not incredibly persistent. And there's a few bugs here and there, like the quest thing. Also, if you hit retry instead of going back, that time it works. If you run out of turns and hit retry, then the screen just locks up. So that's one thing that happened. But I'm sure you don't want me to play all the way through to find that out. But yeah, apart from that, it's a nice sort of sense of character. It's different to the puzzly RPGs that have been about. It's kind of a novel idea, and it might be, but a diversion that's worth a couple of bucks and a few minutes of your time. But don't expect anything too amazing. Chris Chat for KaijuPop.com. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.